Israeli military uncovered a large weapons cache and arrested more than 40 Palestinians.
32 arrests were carried out by Israeli security forces, 29 of them in the general area of Nablus.
During the Second Intifada and as late as 2007, the Israeli media labeled Nablus as the capital of terrorism. Some went so far as to say that 80% of all terrorists in Israel came from Nablus. It is the largest Arab city in Judea and Samaria, and some say home to 300,000 residents. Since it is mostly located in Area A, Jews are forbidden to enter under Israeli law. The city was known to be a hotbed of terror.
Today, we decided to separate fact from fiction and see Nablus for ourselves. First, however, we met up with Abud Cohen, a local Samaritan who carries an Israeli and Palestinian passport. As someone who grew up going to school in Nablus, he's the perfect guide for today's excursion.
Ready. Let's roll. Looking forward to this. This is going to be really incredible.
To kick off the day, we left the Samaritan village on Mount Gerizim and headed for the main entrance of Nablus, which is also known as Biblical Shechem. First stop of the day, the Jacob's Well Greek Orthodox Church.
So we're going left from here.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah. Because we can go here, but to Jacob's Well, this is the easiest way.
To get to Nablus, we took Highway 60 north. Just at the entrance of the city, we had to pass by a huge red sign warning all Israeli citizens not to go past this point.
So this sign, what is this sign like? Obviously for Israelis, none of us are Israeli in the car, but if Israelis did go in, what would you? Has it changed? Because we do know that 90s to early 2000. What do we have, Luke, about?
Well, Nablus, like
60,
Nablus became
70%
known, right,
of
in the
terrorism.
media for being like the terrorist capital.
In Nablus, you mean 70%?
Yeah.
Wow, I really doubt that, guys.
Because that's not that you don't think that's a real stat.
70%, I think, is an exaggerated number, definitely. There are some violence going on but
Well, and there's specific times too, right? Like
and specific
First and
times.
second Intifada,
the Battle of Nablus, right? At the end of the Second Intifada, where the IDF came in.
So you're saying now, though, the scene is totally different. Even if that is exaggerated, there was.
Well, the Israeli media, they called Nablus like the terrorist capital, right?
Yeah, that's really hard to believe. Really, that's crazy. Saw that? Yeah, that happens. Get ready. All right, so get ready for a lot of crazy drivers here. So.
Okay, guys, we just got here to Jacob's Well. Abud is showing us around the town here.
Yeah.
You got a friend that Nasser who lives in one of the refugee camps.
Refugee camp, definitely.
He's going to show us around.
5 minutes away.
Let's go.
Right on the door.
Let's go. Jacob's Well Church.
You can see Jacob's Well Orthodox, Greek Orthodox convent.
Pretty cool.
Right.
How are you?
Good morning.
Nasser, good to meet you.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Here we are, joined by our second guide, Nasser, a man who was born and grew up in the refugee camps of Nablus.
First, I born in refugee camp, but my family originally, they are from Jaffa. I work with the Samaritans Museum. I have special organization inside New Asker camp to take care for the youth and the children and disabled people. I spent 4 years inside the Israeli jail. I enjoyed 2 times in the Second Intifada.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Great.
It's beautiful.
This is amazing.
Definitely beautiful. So you can see this one, for example,
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
And every painting and every kind of decoration and artwork is made by the priest
Amazing.
who works here for throughout 50 years.
The funny thing in this church, this tomb,
This?
Yeah, it's empty.
What is it?
The priest here built it. If he die, he asked the people to put him
here.
Yeah,
Isn't that like...
because he read about the settler and the army. Because it's close here, Joseph tomb, and many times the settler and the army enter to the area.
Yeah.
In 79, the settler came here and killed the priest. For that, he built the tomb.
A quick Google search tells us more details about the former priest who was murdered. A fanatic Jewish Israeli from Tel Aviv who had previously murdered 2 other people, including a Jewish doctor, entered the Jacob's Well Church on November 29, 1979, and gruesomely murdered the head priest of the church. After he was caught, he was found to be unfit to stand trial and admitted to a psychiatric hospital. The murderer was not from any of the settlements and had no affiliation with settlers.
So he's the new priest
He's from Greek.
from Greece.
Yes.
Are we going to meet him?
Yeah, we meet him.
Wonderful.
What's nice about this priest, he's really nice, but whenever he sees me, he's like, oh, our Samaritan friend.
Hey, look. There it is, right there.
Also, all of it was made by him.
He made all this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All things here.
Wow.
Oh, so this is not, oh, like this is in the last,
It's in the last 40
not
years.
very old, not very
No,
old.
it's not very old.
Hi.
هذا السامر الطيب وهذا اللي مش طيب.
He's telling them he's the good Samaritan and I'm the bad one.
هذا the good Samaritan. Here the bad refugee. شو أخبارك يا بابا؟
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So still, you see that big painting on the wall? That's all also painted by him.
The paintings are done by him?
All the paintings, literally every single one here.
Really?
Yep.
And he's only been
Throughout
here for
40 years.
40 years?
Yep.
Wow.
My favorite one is the one on the wall, like on the ceiling, that one, like in the middle. Master also told me now this is a pretty good opportunity to go down. Yeah. It's really, really deep.
Amazing.
It's 40 meters.
40 meters.
Listen to this, guys.
So we're in the Jacob's Well Church, right? That's what it's called. The Jacob's Well Church is a Greek Orthodox church here in Nablus. The priest that's here has lived here for 40 years, originally from Greece. And this is what is believed to be Jacob's Well, like the actual Jacob's Well from the times of the Bible.
Which, Luke, is incredible because there's so many stories. Old Testament, New Testament, both. I mean, literally this well has provided water for Jacob, obviously, and his family, which means all the sons of Jacob, which means all the tribes of Israel. And then later on, throughout history, I mean, who else would have been at this well? Like everybody.
Well, the famous story, the woman at the well with Jesus, right?
With the
the
Samaritan.
most
Hey,
famous one,
we
yeah.
got you. We're all the stories. All the stories are here. Okay, so we're gonna bring it up to modern day, and we're all gonna get a little drink out of the well, eh? I think we have to do it.
You might want to empty it, maybe,
Empty first? No?
or
This'll help
keep
it.
it. Let's see.
Some grease. Look at that. Wow. You want some? L'chaim. It's pretty fresh.
Refreshing.
Do you have some?
So we just left the Jacob's Well Greek Orthodox Church. We got to see the well. Now we have our friend Nasser, right? Nasser? Yep. And he's gonna take us over to Joseph's tomb. We'll see if they'll actually let us in.
Right here. About yeah.
Here.
All right, moment of truth, guys. Let's try to hope to get in. Get in. Because honestly, I've never been in.
You never were.
Never been inside. I've been outside of it.
So obviously they respect the
whole
Samaritans a lot here.
Yeah.
You have good respect.
So we're actually at the entrance of Joseph's tomb, but we don't have any permits to get in, so they made up a story that we're guests of the nephew of the high priest of the Samaritans, and they're going to see if they can get us special access to Joseph's tomb. But it sounds like they might be a little bit leery, so might have to try one of our American passports here, and we'll see if it works.
Okay, so خليني أترجم له ثواني. حكيت لي لما أول ما يفتح الباب he's telling me the minute they opened the gate for the Joseph's tomb, the Israelis would know. He's saying you might get shot from outside, like from the.
So the guards of Joseph's tomb here said that actually because Israel's watching from the mountaintop, as in the IDF, they might think it's strange if they open the tomb without proper permission. So we're gonna go to I don't know if it's like the municipality or whatever the official guys are, and give them our passports and see if they can get us a proper permit to go into Joseph's tomb. So we're gonna go there now.
Realizing that we'd probably just get stuck in bureaucracy and red tape, we decided to scrap the visit to Joseph's tomb and instead head to Tel Balata, a local nearby archaeological site, quite possibly from the times of Joshua.
It's open.
Yep.
Okay, guys, so we're here at the Tel Balata, but I want to cover real quickly. We just left Joseph's tomb over there, and we couldn't get in. It wasn't easy to get in there. But while we're there, Nasser, our fellow, our native Nablusan, just took off for a second. But he basically calmed the group of boys that were running by that, hey, they're okay because they're with me. And you were saying it's vitamin W?
Vitamin W is definitely. Like if you're from the place, if they know you get through things much easier here.
So they say that this is potentially there's this rock that sits out there. I've heard recently that archaeologists suggest that it could be the rock that actually Joshua wrote the Torah out on. It's in Joshua, talks about how he wrote it out into the stone or something. A lot of tradition about it as well. But supposedly this rock could potentially be the rock. Obviously, this is an incredibly old picture. Look, there's. We're gonna go out there and see it ourselves. You know what I find crazy is that there's massive biblical significant findings here that totally say that they're the Torah, right, the Bible, Jewish presence here, Samaritan presence here.
Look, there's
it's
the rock right there.
Look at that. It's like what? Joseph's tomb.
Yeah.
Jacob's well,
So-
Jacob's field, and not to mention all the burial caves, not only Jacob, but right over on the other side is the sons of Aaron the high priest, right?
Mm-hmm. Eleazar.
Eleazar and
Pinchas? Was Pinchas?
Itamar. Yeah, and Phineas also. They
And
say they're
Pinchas,
buried
I
there.
think it's here also, of course. Okay,
And then
third
not too
high
far down the road here, you have Joshua and Caleb as well.
Yep.
There's stories of the
Israelites' presence.
very
are
connected
all
to here.
more-
Yeah.
definitely.
So according to archaeologists about this rock, they say because the Joshua's altar is on top up here, they say that this rock, there's actually a coating. They got a piece of like a plaque coating on the outside of it that they took to they're looking on how to read it because there is something there, but they can't read it. And if they can read what that plaque that they took off of it is, it could be revolutionary.
We just arrived in the old part of Nablus, the old city. So now we're gonna go take a walking tour of some different things here in the old city. And that's about all I know, because I don't know any more than that.
Hey, we're at the Spice Factory. This is like one of the biggest tourist sites of the whole city. I feel like I'm in like one of the most Middle Eastern places I've ever been in right now. Just wish you guys could smell right now. You'd really be feeling it.
Za'atar, guys, if y'all interested. I love
that.
za'atar. I would eat this every day.
Oh, this is the soap, where they do the soap too. So the spice and the soap is all together.
I really don't want to knock this off.
Yeah.
Me too. There is here if you don't.
Oh, this one fits much better.
All right. Okay, it's really cool. It's really cozy here.
Now we just need.
guitar.
Where's a hookah? Where the spices and stuff. For coffee.
This one only for coffee?
So he said everything in this shop is Palestinian, except for this. Let me see, Luke.
Hold on.
It's kind of a small.
This
57 millimeter, maybe?
57 millimeter.
Does that sound right? It doesn't.
Would that be launched by a tank?
Oh yeah,
Probably.
yeah. Nobody handheld that.
See this? From the Intifada, Second Intifada.
Wow.
What does this say?
Even though we didn't get them all on camera, we found posters of Palestinian shaheeds all over the city. Whenever we asked a local about them, we always got the same answer. They were killed in an intifada or were killed by Israeli military. No one wanted to admit the truth. Any Palestinian that kills a Jew is automatically given the honorary title of shaheed, which means martyr.
I was born here in Nablus.
What, does your family live here as well?
Yeah. Imagine, Israel, it will be gone. It will be gone in the future.
Where will they go, into the sea?
We don't know. No one stay here in this life. There is a last judgment is coming soon.
This is a great place to visit. It's a very old town. There are a lot of interesting and intriguing things that you can see and hear, and it's been peaceful. Unstable doesn't mean that it's unsafe. You know, it's just unstable. People are not very happy.
You like living in Nablus? Is it a nice city?
أكيد طبعا بلدي مسقط رأسي.
How is it that tourists aren't able to come? Is it a problem for your business?
هل مشكلة لشغلك وحياتك إنه فيش سياح بيجوا عندك؟
طبعا أكيد. دائما الإجرة الغريبة هي اللي بتصنع الشغل هون.
What do you think? We were wondering. We're doing a little film about is it safe for tourists to come to Nablus?
هل للسياح إذا بدهم يجوا يعني هل خطر عليهم ولا عادي؟
لا عادي شيء طبيعي. أصلاً بشرفونا وبعملوا بهجة للبلد أكثر.
Okay, guys, so we started our day out saying, is it safe for Americans to go to Nablus? So we're still in Nablus. We haven't made it out yet. But so far, we have had
We've
our...
talked to lots of police and we haven't been arrested.
We talked to the police. The police
They were
thought
actually
we
really
were...
nice. Police were very nice.
They were nice. But first it was, are we settlers? Are we Jews? We got quite a few questions today. Are we the...
undercover agents.
Are we undercover Israeli agents? So we got a lot of looks. Like, okay, I mean...
We didn't
have any threats.
We're here with the film crew, so
we did bring extra attention
like
to
an
ourselves.
average American walking down the street.
It wasn't just your average.
I love the city, honestly, guys. I really love the city. There's some parts of it that I don't necessarily like the center that we went to. It can be stressful sometimes because you don't know who you're gonna deal with sometimes. You know, like a big variety of people. But look at the weather. Like,
yeah, it's great.
It's amazing here, and people are like 90%, 99% friendly. Like, at least from my perspective that I've seen. One thing that I remember also, there's a guy who he saw you as a crew and he had to, I don't know how he knew I spoke Arabic. He was like, "Min wen hadoli? Where are they from, friend?" I told them, these are from America. And he was like, America. God bless America.
Aboud, thank you so much. This has been fabulous. Really awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks.
My pleasure.
In Nablus, we found two layers. The first layer revealed an underlying sentiment that goes anywhere from viewing Israel as the oppressor or occupier to the extreme perspective of those who believe that the Jews should be killed and pushed into the sea. Throughout our day, we found opinions on both sides of this spectrum. The posters that we found all over the city paying honor to terrorists are also a good example of this. The second layer of Nablus is that the Arab people and culture are incredibly beautiful. The people are very warm and friendly, the hospitality is amazing, and their simple way of life is one to be envied.
Is Nablus a safe place to visit? If you're not Jewish, then yes. Are the people and places of Nablus full of rich history and culture? Undoubtedly yes. All that being said, there can be no denying that terrorists are very much so honored and encouraged here, and Israel is considered the enemy. We pray that the beautiful Arab people will one day stop glorifying death and violence and make peace with their Jewish neighbors. Let us know in the comments where you think we should go next. As always, tune out the fake news and tune in to what is actually happening here in the heartland of Israel.
Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. 2 quick things before you go. 1, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any more of our content. Secondly, if you want to help us produce more stories and authentic truth straight from Israel's heartland, you can do so at patreon.com/theisraelguys or at our very own website. It's theisraelguys.com. Both links are in the description below.